Hello, good evening, welcome to yet another stream. How are we all doing today? I've got a tower fan pointed right at me, and yes, it's humid here. I mention this every week, and there are places that get hotter than here and more humid, but I don't like it. Yeah, depending on how chilly I get, I may turn that off later, but it's still late. So, how are we all doing this week? It's been oh, hectic at work this week. A lot to be doing. It's going to be worse next week because my manager's off on annual leave, so the rest of us are picking up the slack. But yes, get through the formalities. For anyone who's new, I'm late to the beard party. Playing older games mostly. I'm unlikely to ever be playing new games because they're always buggy. Even ones that are less buggy are or games that come out in a good state still have lots of bugs in them. Plus, it's nigh impossible to get anywhere with new games on Twitch unless you're already big. I just get lost. I mean, I found that with Stray. I think because I streamed Stray for I think it was 3 weeks after that came out, and yeah, I think that was among my lowest view count of everything I've streamed, which is crazy because I've been planning that for ages, and then everyone just went cat game crazy, and yeah, everyone got kind of burnt out with it. So yeah, sticking to older games, probably going to be doing at least 10 years old, which would still be 2013. Yeah, 2013 was a decade ago. Ooh, don't that make you feel old? Yeah, other things. I have my YouTube where all of my VODs get uploaded. Yeah, playlists are linked below if you are watching on Twitch right now. I also have my Discord linked below if you would like to join us for a chat during the week. Things are relatively quiet there, but everything starts at zero at some point. And lastly, there is my book on Amazon and Kindle if you are of the kind to want something to read or potentially throw monies my way. No requirement at all, just it's an option. So yes, we have in the last few weeks been playing the stupidly expensive game of Panzer Dragoon Saga, a game that I originally picked up 20 years ago in 2003. And one thing I didn't realise when I started the game is this year is actually the 25th anniversary of the game as well, because it came out in '98, which I realise is probably longer ago than some of you are alive. Yeah, I really wanted this game when it originally came out, and I didn't get it originally. I got House of the Dead instead. That was the mistake I made. I got House of the Dead instead of Panzer Dragoon Saga. And as much of House of the Dead was a fun game on the Saturn, it's one of those games they could have done better if they'd had a better team working on it. But then again, it may not have been the team. It may have been they had such a tight deadline to do it in. But yeah, the Saturn could have done better on it if the work had been done properly. If you look at Power Slave or Exhumed, I can't remember which title was for the Saturn. The Saturn version of that game was amazing, absolutely amazing. But so many games just really didn't use the Saturn hardware very well at all. Panzer Dragoon Saga is one that does quite well. It's actually incredible the emulator even works. Quite something. Now, one thing I will mention, please let me know if the volume is okay for the game, because I've mucked around with the volumes and everything, because I realised that my alerts on Twitch were way too quiet. And I've played around with things. I've made the game quieter and made the alerts louder. So my concern is that the game might be too quiet. So please do let me know if the volume's okay, because annoyingly, for some reason, the emulator won't let me change the volume while a game is running. So if I do have to change it, I'll have to quit out the emulator and reload. So, but yes. So yeah, where were we last week? Let's switch over to the right view. No, that's the wrong one. There we go. And yeah, just unpause things so we can jump in. Which I'm going to pause it once we get to the menu, because I love that artwork. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, last week we moved on from our little impromptu cliffhanger where Edge had been captured by the Empire and tortured, annoyingly, and he was rescued by Gush to basically deal with the ancient creature that the Empire had unearthed from the ruins of Georges, as it's called. It's one of the terrible naming things that they did with the game. I don't know if that's a translation error or if it was something from the original Japanese. But yeah, we destroyed that thing, got back to Pate with the ship parts that he wanted, and he just tossed them over the shoulder saying, I don't need these anymore, because he had used the kit he had found to see the dragon and Edge flying the dragon, and he wanted to see it because that was a far bigger discovery than any ancient tech, because the dragons are like the pinnacle of technology from the ancient age. And Edge basically agreed, but at some point in the future. Now, that's when Pate came clean with the image that he had given Edge from the tower. It was a global positioning imaging thing. I can't remember the actual full name for it, but he had used this to take a picture of the tower from where he sat in town. However, it helped him identify its general location, and this pointed Edge towards an ancient ruined place known as the ruins of Uru. And that's where we headed off. And this is an incredibly watery area. It's actually one of the most beautiful areas in the game. I'd love to see that remade in like full 4K graphics, because that would look phenomenal with modern graphics. And there was a huge puzzle going on with 2 map areas where we had to jump backwards and forwards between the 2, unlocking different parts of these ruins. Involved a big boss fight with a guardian, ruin guardian. I can't remember what the thing was called, but that I walked through perfectly fine because I remember the way of doing it. And when we finally unlocked the ruins, we were met by the girl on the dragon that we know as Atom, Atolm. And we fought her and the dragon, and there's a big confrontation. She was trying to stop Edge. She actually threatened to kill him if he continues getting in her way, or getting in Kramen's way as well. But something happened. I can't remember exactly what it was, but the 2 dragons were thrown apart, and the 2 riders fell into the ruins and found themselves in there without their dragons. And so now they're working together to try and escape these ruins, because the girl knows about these ruins and says the things down here are very dangerous, more dangerous than anything that we'd faced before. The reality of it is that they're not quite as dangerous, because if they were, the floater that we've got, floating vehicle, would be completely useless. I mean, that thing has a lower power capacity than even the dragon at level 1. So, and the fact we're surviving pretty well. So that's kind of where we left it. We're now surviving together. Oh, there was also a comment where she said that the floater doesn't have a huge amount of power, and so if we go downhill, we're not coming back up again. So we have to use elevators, and that becomes a part of the puzzles that we are having to do. So as I say, I'm hoping the volume's okay, because right now on OBS it's maxed. Okay, I could actually raise it slightly in OBS. There is a way to do that, but that will raise all sound as well, except for my mic. I'm rambling, aren't I? Anyway, assuming the volume is good enough, because I've put it all the way up to 24 now for myself, rather than, I think, 14. But yeah, let us jump back into the game to see where we can get. So here we are, underground. I've already uncovered this area. I can't move the map around because it fits within the screen. So the place we need to go to is on the far right hand side of the screen. So just need to make our way down. Now, am I going to get jumped by anything? This is one of my favourite pieces of music in the game as well. I think I mentioned before I do have a copy of the official album, or the memorial album for the game. It's actually one of the only albums I ever downloaded as well, because I thought I'd never be able to get hold of a copy. That's the only reason I did, and then I did manage to get hold of a physical copy. So it's not something I like doing that, but I paid over £100 for that CD. Right, so we made our way all the way up, and through there we unlocked a there's a switch of some kind that raised the water level, I believe, in the that circle thing that you can see at the top there. It's on the left hand side. I believe there's one directly ahead of me as well. Yes. So yeah, this is an example of one of those bits that if I try, I ain't making my way back up. Oh, here we go. What are we fighting? Is it more mutants? Mutant scavengers. Oh. Ow. 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 That's not going to be a good score. I'm surprised. I was thinking I'd get a great fight or even a close call. So I'm guessing there's not much I'd have to do to get an excellent from that. Right, so what do we have here? Oh, the dome! No, we can't. There's the exit.
なんだよ突然。この先に地上へ出るエレベーターがある。が、今は無理だな。さらに下に降りてキーを探すのが先決だ。
Right. So at the moment, I can't access the that one up there, that door there, or that one up there. I think that's the one that I came through. What was that? Ah, that's the map. That gives us a full map of everywhere. Not much for this one. The only way I can go if I'm looking at things right, there's that doorway over there which we can't use. Nothing on that side. Just the map through there, so it's just this one. I think where I was there are some things hidden away, but I'm not going to be able to get back up to those. So, got a save point here. I won't worry about that just yet. Yeah, there's an elevator at the far left-hand side of the screen. I think there's a probably a switch down this way. Oh, gonna get jumped. That's one of the blue mutants. Yeah, the blue ones are... Oh no! Those ones. Yeah, the green mutants are immune to or anti-shot, so you can't shoot them with a gun, and the blue ones are anti-laser, so you can't shoot them with the dragon's beams or the floater's beams either. Yeah, you would say that. Of course you'd think they're cute. They're kind of like insect, frog-like things. Yeah, I'm going to kill them all. Because the only thing they're good at is eating things. There's probably an entire ecology down in these tunnels. Well, considering they'd kill me otherwise. Right. Okay, as I thought, there's a switch here. Right, because previously, or last week, we did have gates 1 and 2, so having gate 3 unlocked is good. None of these can be investigated, so there's nothing to find from them. Get out of my... The hitboxes for them are quite big as well, which is annoying. Now this is another area that look interesting in modern graphics. I mean, it wouldn't require much to recreate something not too dissimilar to this. I think this is the only save area down here, so other than the one that was higher up that I can't get to now. But yeah, the level of detail they could put into an area like this these days. Right. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to get very far if I had gone north. Now, while I have played this game multiple times, and we're going to get jumped again. There we go. I don't remember everything. I haven't played it religiously and memorised everything. I know all the major story beats, but oh, we have some blue ones, which do more damage. These things are annoying. So those that say anti-shot, that says anti-laser. Matches up with what I said earlier. Oh! Oh dear. Ah, right, so now I've got an excellent with the flying ones as well. I think the blue ones actually mutate into flying ones as well, if they nom on you enough. Another fight? I was about to say no. Jump from both sides. Yeah, once I come back here with the Dragon, these things are literally nothing to me. I mean, if I only get 2 of them like that, and I do start with a gauge, I mean, yeah, I can take them really easily there. Right, elevator. This one I think goes down, if I'm reading the sign right. Yeah. This area is one of the more annoying ones because of the elevators and having to backtrack over and over again.
地下4階だ。ここからは下り坂になっている。ドームゲートキーは多分その坂の途中だ。ここから先は道の分岐も激しい。迷わないよう注意して進んでくれ。
I have a map. It shows me where to go. Now, one thing to note is all the areas that are darker are much lower down. And this area was designed to be annoying at this point because you can't fly back up. So the idea is you want to get to the where the key is really quickly, and you're either lucky or you know where it is. I'm trying to remember. I've got a funny feeling it's in that little nodule alcove just at the top of the screen there. So that's where I'm going to go first. Now, actually, I think through here... Yeah, there's loads of item boxes. I can open some of them. The ones that have the orange dot at the bottom I can't open. Last chip, useful. Because if I highlight those, it says I haven't got a powerful enough laser, and those ones at the back there. There's some 3s. Well, there's 1 3. Yeah. A few blast chips. What else we got? Some healing. A fair few blast chips. Yeah, basically I can come back with the dragon to get all of those. So, heading down, I think we want to head this way. I think, I'm not certain. I may be doing a few circuits around this. No! That's slightly annoying. Dennis chip. Dennis chip. A bit more money. Okay, looks like I'm going to be heading back up to the top again. To take a different route. Whee! Okay, yeah, this is a long way down this one. Yeah, now if I remember correctly, with down here is a nice long passageway. And I think you can't go back, you can only go one way, and it's towards that square to the far left hand side, which is an elevator. Now I have a feeling I want to go to the one that meets before this one, so it takes the longest route back, which goes through the most enemies. So yeah, I need to find out which way that is. So, look up this way, that is a door that won't open. So yes, I have to go this way. Oh no. Oh, I've got to remember how to... Absorbora. I remember how to fight these things. I have to shoot them, which makes them point straight up. Because if I shoot them with the laser, they shoot back. They shoot the shots back at me, and then they die, I think. Okay. So I've got to do enough damage to kill them, so 3 should do it in total. Okay, so hopefully they'll stay pointing up for this last one. That should kill them. Those things do a lot of damage if you let them hit you. Ooh. Is there another fight along here? I have a feeling on the opposite side there is. So, yeah, that's a slope, so I can't come down there. I'm going to have another fight here, aren't I? Yep. Oh, it's those again. Yeah, having the tri-shot makes these a lot easier to kill. Actually, I may do that. because then I'll be able to get all of them pointing upwards in just 2 gauges rather than 4. Okay, it wasn't letting me target the back one for some reason. Maybe because of the angle it was obscured by the front. Okay, 2 more. Most exciting combat, I know, but the floater that we're on is not meant to be good at combat. This is meant to be just enough to survive. Right, so hopefully the elevator is just beyond here. Yes. And if I remember correctly, this should bring us back up to where those items were, or the item boxes. Should hang a left. Yep. There we go. Right. So let's have a look at the map once I get to the junction. Okay, I think I want to take a right, then a left. And I think at least one of those gives me a fight, which I think is this one. No. Different fight. Meet the scavengers. Oh. Ow. Yeah, she said that the monsters here are much more dangerous than anything we've faced so far, and yet... Oh! I just noticed something. I don't think I've ever done this. I'm guessing that's how you get an excellent. You shoot the things out from above them that they're hanging onto. Of all the times I've played this game, I never noticed that. So, which knows, I think I want to hang a left here. Yep. And another fight. Racing do I get there? Excellent, nice. I need some money doing this at least. Which is weird that you'd get modern money from creatures in an ancient tomb. Similar to how games like Skyrim have all the is it the candles and things are lit in an ancient tomb that no one's been in like thousands of years. Right, I think I've found the key. Dome gate key.
これで地上に出られるゲートが開く。さっきのドームまで戻ろう。
待てよ、僕たちのドラゴンはどうするんだ。
そう決着を急ぐこともあるまい。それに私のアトルムなら大丈夫だ。どこかでさっきの戦闘のダメージを回復しているんだろ
アトル？君が乗っているあの黒いドラゴンのことか？
ああ、数千年前から私のためだけに用意された唯一の私の仲間だ。
Her only friend.
お前も自分のパートナーを信用したらどうだ。
And that's a hint saying try to be one with your dragon, because I think I mentioned before, if you spend time being nice to your dragon, there are benefits you can get in game. There's a special berserk you can get that you can only get by being nice to your dragon a lot, and basically just repeatedly petting the dragon and making it happy. I was right. Right, time to get out of here. Am I being jumped? Ooh. Right, there is one very big fight coming, and I believe that will I mean, I could go all around this area and pick up everything I can, but I will be coming back here with my dragon myself, so that'll make things a lot easier for getting around here, because I won't have to go down and use the elevators all the time. I'll be able to fly back up all the tunnels and get to everywhere that I can't get to, like back to the top area that we can't get to now. And also open the boxes that are not available to us at this moment. But now, as I've got the gate key, and this area felt a lot bigger when I played it years ago. That's the thing, things always seem bigger when you first play through them. Yeah, we need to head back to the dome, where we can use the gate key to get out. Yeah, and are we going to get jumped on the way? Oh, and I just remembered, before I go any further, have I even got one? Yes, I do. Doesn't do as much damage, but it hits 3 targets at once. So if I'm going to be facing any more of those Absorboras, which I have a feeling I am, if memory serves, I'll be able to shoot 3 of them in one volley, which will make dealing with them quite a bit easier.
正直言って予想外だった。
なんだよ急に。
お前と2人ドラゴンもなしでここまでやれるとは思わなかった。
お前も少しは今のパートナーを信じたらどうだ。それにまだ無事に出られると決まったわけじゃない。
そうだな。
I like that. He goes right the way from incredibly big-headed to suddenly being very realistic. Initially you think, oh yeah, we can see where this is going, and then he says something far more sensible. Whether that's accurate to how the Japanese was, I don't know. I don't know enough Japanese to be able to follow it. But yeah, let's just save here, because this could be the last point we can save in this area, I think. Trying to remember. Oh, there's a fight. The Absorboras.
あそこで繁殖しているようだな。
この武器では届かないぞ。
何か手があるはずだ。来たぞ。
There must be a way, and there's some Absorboras down here. Right. Okay. Where have you moved to? Oh. see if it seems to be going around clockwise. So if I go around anti-clockwise, yeah, Edge is surprisingly good in the Crisis. Saying I think he's meant to be like in his early 20s, even though the artwork makes him look like a teenager. Right. This should finish those off. I love the timing on that. Right, we've destroyed that nest, I think.
逃げ出したぞ。
深追いする必要はない。出口を探すのが先だ。
That's a fight that you don't get a second chance at, so I'm glad I got the excellent there.
なんであんな奴らがこの遺跡の奥に。
So it's
奴
Nicology.
らはここで突然変異した変異種型構成生物だ。
変異種。
艦隊もここを通っていくときにかなりやられた。
The fleet.
艦隊ってじゃあやっぱりクレーメン艦隊がここから。
やったのは巣の方だけだ。下手をすると逆に奴らを本気で怒らせたかもしれない。急ぐぞ。
That's something I hadn't thought of before, or maybe I did and forgot about it. But how did Kramen's fleet come through here if we were the first ones to come in after we unlocked it? Oh no, Kramen locked it again. That's why. There are some odder conversations in the game. I think what happened was they didn't have time to properly translate things, and so they kind of bodged things together. Right, I believe this is a quite lengthy cutscene coming up, so get comfy. Always like that door. Such a simple design, but quite different.
やっぱり追ってきたか。
Someone's not happy. Oh dear, it's closing ahead of us. Now, lots of exposition happens here, I think.
あとはこれが上へ運んでくれる。
もう追ってこないかな。
奴らは巣からは離れない。これ以上は追ってこない。
そう願いたいな。
They're not quite as detailed as the very first one, or the two at the very end. It's quite noticeable when you put them side by side.
Puka? そういえば君の名前も聞いてなかったな。
アゼル、
変わった名前だな。
私が眠っていたベッドにそう記されていた。
ベッド？
数千年間いた場所だ。私はお前たちとは違う。見た目は人間に近いが、中身はさっきまで戦っていた彼ら構成生物の方にずっと近い。ただ与えられた力が違う。それだけだ。
力？
Never quite understood this transition here. Always felt a bit odd.
なぜ僕と戦う？
あの人の邪魔をするからだ。
なぜそうまでして奴を守る？
あの人はこの世界を守ろうとあるべき姿にしようとしている。それを邪魔する者は誰も近づけさせない。
バカな！奴は薄汚い裏切り者だ。党の力を手に入れるために隊長たちを殺したんだ。アゼル、君は騙されてるんだ。
たとえそうでも、あの人は私を永遠の闇から呼び戻してくれた。だからあの人のために戦う。
Little cliched, but that sort of story was all the rage back in the 90s.
あの発掘所にいたんだ。あそこは退屈だったけど、そんなに悪いところじゃなかった。みんながいたし。それが君が発掘された途端に全て終わったんだ。わけもわからないうちに味方に攻撃されて。今じゃ帝国軍にまで追われてる。
すまない。違うのか。こういう時はそう言って謝るんだって。あの人が。一つ聞きたい。なぜドラゴンを操れる？あれは普通の人間に扱えるものではない。
僕にもわからない。だけどドラゴンって何？
追ってきた。
It's back. This isn't good. Ah, look who's here. It's flapping its wings, but it's still heading straight down. Yes, and now we're being followed out. I'm trying to remember the last time we evolved. I think it may have been when we fought the Guardian. I'm not sure.
仲間を殺しすぎた。自立ができなくなっている。完全に破壊するしかない。できるか？
大丈夫だ。今度はドラゴン。
How you doing, Swampy? I'd completely missed your text hiding in the middle of all of that. Sorry. I need to remember how to fight this thing. I'm gonna stay in the green area. Oh. Is there a weak spot behind it? No. Ow. That's a lot more dangerous than the... Oh, there is a weak spot. Right. Right, going to switch to the sniper. No worries. I'm still getting used to chatting with people in chat because it's usually quite quiet. Right, so... Oh. Oh, bloody, it's throwing boomerangs. That's quite a bit of damage there. Oh, more of these things. Right. So now it's moving again, and I need to get ahead of it. Right, I'm quite low on health, so I think the 500 should be enough. So stay here until I've got enough gauges. That was very good timing, thank you. Ah, okay. Right, in that case... Oh, this is going to be tougher than I thought. What have we got for the berserks? Right, I think Judgment Day is like a double blast chip. Actually, let's put some Vengeance Orbs on. Actually, straight away it gets used up. Oh, I'm not going to get a good score from this fight at all. Oh dear. Right, okay. Yeah, that sounds as usual. Now. Oh, nearly. Right, I want to get ahead of it. Again. Do I have any... I do have some shield chips. That will protect me for a short while. Right, let's use another heal. Right, it's about to throw the things at me. With the shield, I take no damage. So I want to get behind it. And that finishes it off. And big-headed again. Oh, close call. And I'm not going to get to do that fight again. Yep, nuke everything option is always a good one. And yep, we're evolving again. I think this is the shortest time between evolves as well. The Panzer wing. And we are now up to rank 3 or 4, I think, for laser. I'll have to check that once we're back at camp.
これ以上あの人の邪魔をするな。
え？
でなければお前を殺さなければならなくなる。
Yes. And I noticed something there. In one of those shots, her jacket disappeared. There's actually a version of that cutscene that was done for the the intro thing on disc 1, where her jacket is missing. Whereas that version, her jacket was there. Because of the production hell the game went through. To be continued, because we have finished disc 2. That was a bit quicker than I anticipated. And there we have another great piece of artwork. There's definitely a high-res version of that floating around the internet somewhere. Because that's the look that all the characters were meant to have. I think the high-res render versions would have been this good. Well, for the ones that we did see, like Crayman, we definitely did see his high-res character model would look fantastic. But yeah, they had to cut the detail down to be able to render them quicker, which is a real shame. Because if we, there we go, we're up to rank 3 for the laser, so we should be able to fire off. We started with 4, I think. So now we're firing 7. And it also means that boxes that are rank 3 laser to be destroyed can now be are destroyed as well. So definitely did save, yep. And yeah. It really would have been interesting to see what the game would have looked like if they'd been able to do all those cutscenes. Now, let's see if I can remember the keys. So open the disk drive, switch disk, close it again. And here we go, beginning disc 3. So we have hit the halfway mark. If I remember correctly, disc 4 is the shortest, which is no surprise. That usually is the way with multi-disc games. Oh, people have been begging for a remake for like 15 years at least. Sega have shown they've got no interest in doing it, and they don't even want to re-release it. I think I mentioned before there was the 2 Cotton games, horizontal shooters that were done on the Saturn that got re-released to the Switch, and people discovered that these were not ported to the Switch. They're actually running on an emulator, and this emulator, people found that it literally just had the game the ROMs for the disc, or the ISO files. So they swapped out the ISOs and found that this emulator would run other games. So all they need to do is take the people who did the emulator, fix it up to get it to run all Saturn games. Like I'm not sure if Mednafen can run all. It's run all the ones I've played so far. And then they'll be able to put almost the entire Saturn library on Switch, and it could sell really well. I think if they did Panzer Dragoon Saga, it would sell really well. And the reviews of it had come back, and people say it's shit because they're going to be looking at it from modern standpoints. But I mean, they could get it done within a matter of months, I think. But they've got no interest in doing it, annoyingly. And I would happily buy it on Switch. I mean, I've already got multiple copies anyway. I picked up 15, 20 years ago. I think the reason they won't do it is because they know the reviews are going to come back poor because of how unfinished it was. I get the impression that to a certain extent Sega are a little ashamed of it because the state it was released in. But even so, it's in a better state than some AAA games now. And that's not even mentioning Cyberpunk. Yeah, I mean, Baldur's Gate 3. Loads of people have been reporting in some cases, game-breaking bugs with that game. Partly because, I mean, it's a massive game, for one thing. And this game, I'm not sure if it has any game-breaking bugs. If it does, I've never found any in all the times I've played through. So, I mean, yeah, I think a remake would be good. I doubt they'll be able to get Bluepoint to do it because Bluepoint, I believe, are now owned by Sony, so it would be a PlayStation exclusive. But yeah, full-on remake would be fantastic. It wouldn't, lengthwise, it wouldn't stand up to modern RPGs because it's only about a 12, 16-hour game on people's first playthrough. I mean, I'm going to be able to do it in probably about 10 hours, I think, maybe 12. If you want to do all of the side stuff, which I haven't done so far, I might go back and do some of it. Could easily hit 16. I think my original playthrough was 16 hours, but that was because I was really taking my time going through things carefully and really savouring the whole game. But yeah, let's make a start on Disc 3. Yeah, I'm not sure how reimagining would work because they'd probably need to lengthen out the story for one thing. And they'd probably change things that kind of ruin the spirit of it. It's a bit like the reimagining of the album that was done, actually done by one of the original composers, Sayuri or Saori Kobayashi, I think her name was. But it was entirely orchestral, and the tribal aspect of the music was gone. And the tribal style of the music was one of the things that I really love about the music of this game. Anyway, let's head back to camp because I think we need to pet the dragon for one. And oh look who's here. Right, there we go.
Oh, H! 守備はどうだった？塔には行けたのか？
ちょっと待ってくれよ。それよりなんであんたがここに？
The dragon's sleeping.
俺には例の記録機械があるからな。しかし本物のドラゴンはすごいや。思い切って町の外に出た甲斐があったぜ。あれ、何の話だっけ？
塔の話だよ。結局ウルを越えることはできなかった。地下から行く道が封印されてたんだ。
封印？そいつはちょうどよかったぜ。
よかっただって。一体何がだよ。
ああ、悪い。空から塔に行く方法が見つかったんだな。
でも霧みたいなものが邪魔するって。
だからそいつの正体が分かったんだよ。あの霧はメルカバが作ってるんだ。
メルカバ。
町の言い伝えに出てくる神の車さ。実際は9世紀の防衛装置なんだ。どうやら9世紀にも戦があったらしい。塔を巡るでかい戦がな。
塔を巡る戦。
Everyone wants the tower.
そんなに力が欲しいのか。
とにかくそいつを壊せば霧は消えるぜ。ああ、どこにあるのか調べる方が先だな。
え？場所がわからないのか？
大丈夫、なんとかなるって。詳しい資料が町のどこかにあるはずなんだ。でなきゃ伝説が残るわけないからな。
Yes, so we need to find this thing called Melkava, which is a thing that's creating the fog that's blocking us from getting to the tower. Has he got anything more to say?
メルカバの資料なんだけど、新政区のお偉い連中が隠してると思うんだ。
Holy District.
まさに宝の持ち腐れってやつだ。
Okay, how do I get into the Holy District?
メルカバの資料なんだけど、新政区のお偉い連中が隠してると思うんだ。
Right, okay, that's all I can do. All I can get from him. Right, so yes, the dragon, which kind of looks like a jet fighter at the moment. Let's just let him sleep for now. And something I've just noticed, there's a single red pixel, I'm not sure how easily you can see that on the stream, that is his eye. That could just simply be how the texture's rendering. But, right, let's go to the edge of the map to wait till morning. And let's go say hi to our dragon. The fact that there's an ignore option. Okay. Right, I know I saved right before, but let's save again so we're at least in camp. Right.
なあ、エッチ。 一度ドラゴンに乗せてくれないか。
でも
頼む、一度でいいんだ。お前の後ろでおとなしく
He's
してる
like
か
a
ら。
child.
やめた方がいいよ。
なんでだよ。人間二人ぐらい軽いもんだろ。
途中で戦いになるかもしれない。あんたを巻き込むわけにはいかないよ。
戦い脅かそったってダメだぜ。ドラゴンがいりゃ怖いものなしだろ。でもまあ今回は
Sensible.
やめとこうかな。
Right. So, there's the caravan, because they've been moving across. Let's have a look at the route. So yeah, we can see that Kramer's fleet, some of them did go north to Georgius, which I believe was a trap, when the real fleet was actually making its way towards Uru. So the Imperial one only got as far as the Garel Desert, as far as we're aware. So, okay, so we've got the village of Zoa and Uru up there, and Georgius. Again, weird naming. I mean, it's called the Forbidden Zone originally. But anyway, let's go to the caravan. I have a feeling there might be some more things I can buy there. And we arrive by evening. Let's go talk to Zabu, I think his name is. Oh, Anju, that was his name. So, where is he? Okay. I'm not sure how well it's coming out, but I really love the use of blue in the darkness. It's an incredibly effective use of colour on a system that didn't have much in the way of colour. I don't know what the Saturn's colour capabilities were, but they were limited. I know not the Dreamcast that could do 24-bit colour, but nowadays we've got 32-bit colour. Actually, yeah, but HDR10 is like ridiculous. Anyway, let's have a talk with him.
遠隔が病気になった。おそらくメッカニア熱だ。
Mechania fever. Ooh.
飛び玉を見つけなきゃ薬が作れない。
A Tobitama.
巣の中で固まった分泌物が
Robots
必要なんだ。
inside the nest. Tobitama. I don't think I found anything Tobitama. No. Oh, let's buy him. Extremely powerful but inoperative weapon. Okay, I can sell that. Sell all of those. I'm going to keep the Stellarium just in case, and I'm going to keep hold of all of these. Now, shield chips, I'm going to want as many of those as I can get. I don't think I need any of those. Right, that's all I can buy at the moment. How am I doing for healing items? Oh god, I've got loads, loads of healing items. Yeah, I think that'll do. Right. So, they need an item, which I think I do actually find at some point. Oh look, it's one of the, I think, cooliers, they're called? Domestic coolier. I read anxiously. Yeah, because Panzer Dragoon's Y, the dragon actually grows out of a coolier, a mutated one. Right, okay. Let's see if there's anyone else we can talk to find some more information. As the master has gone away.
フェイなら遠隔の看病してるよ。メッカニア熱にかかっちまってね。
I think I'll be thinking about having my break soon, but not just yet.
遠隔が病気になったんです。
High fever won't last very long if someone doesn't do something soon. Right, so they can get an antidote. What was it? The Tobitama, I think he said it was. Well, there isn't really anything else I can do there. So, and I'm going to be heading back to Uru at some point later on in the story, I believe. I think that's in disc 4, so it definitely won't be this week. I'll be heading back there at a later point. But yeah, Pate said that there was some things to discover at the village of Zoa. We need to get into the the Holy District.
Nande?
作戦は予定通り進行している。期待するぞ。はっ。
Oh, that's even worse.
Hm. 騎兵隊の連中、飽きもせずよくやる。
ここの人間には答えるんじゃないですか。なんせ戦闘機見るのは初めてでしょうから。
かもしれんな。行くぞ。
I think some of that was mocapped, whereas those animations there I don't think were. Okay, so he said I need to get into the Holy District, so let's go talk to the guy up here.
Ah, 一杯やろうってんだな。町の入り口の横に階段があるだろう。そいつを越えりゃ目の前だ。青い扉が目印だぜ。
Okay. Door's locked. Right. There's a shop here I can get some stuff from. Let's see what I can get here to stock up with.
よう、調子はどうだ?
Shield chips. I can get 5 of them. They're probably not going to last me very long.
毎度
But until I actually get the berserk that allows me to bring up the shield. There's I'm going to be relying on those. Right, let's go see Pate. If he's over here. Actually, it's the evening, so he's not going to be over there, is he? Still weird seeing this area run so smoothly. I think I mentioned last week, it's power of the emulator can run the game better than the original hardware. Let's wait till morning. Oh, who's this guy?
ハンターのエッジってのはお前か？
ああ、そうだけど。
お前に預かりもんだ。ほらよ。新
Pass.
政府の通行証だ。たく、いやわかんねえぜ。なんでお前みたいなやつに。そうか。お前、バイマンさんに金積んだんだろ。
Vyman.
バイトのやつに紹介してもらってよ。
なんだよそれ。第一バイマンって誰だ？パエットの知り合いか？
なんだ、知らなかったんだ。
Yeah, who is
あい
Vyman?
つの親父だよ。新政府じゃ司祭の次ぐらいに偉いんだぜ。
そんな人がどうして？
さあな。俺は頼まれただけだからよ。 そうだ、伝言もあっただっけ。話があるから新政府まで来いってよ。
I'd forgotten it was that easy. Now this is a different guy up here. Directions to Vyman's house.
バイマンさんのお宅は教会の脇の通路を通って出口の右側にあるそうです。
Directions to church.
新聖区に入ると正面に倉庫があります。教会はその左側だそうです。青い日本柱が目印だとか。
Okay. Right. I think now is going to be an appropriate point to go for my break, which will also mark the end of the first half of the stream for the VOD on YouTube. I know what happens next because I remember this area quite well, having ran around it so many times. It's an area we go back to quite a few times during this section of the game, so we're going to get quite familiar with it. I'm going to do a bit more exploring around it as well, because I think I did the first time I played through, but then never did again. I kind of just follow through the story. So I'm going to do a bit of exploring. See what I can find in the village. I don't want to get through the game too quickly either, because I really want to enjoy it this time. But yes, I will be going for a short break. Yeah, that should do. I'm also going to turn the fan off because I'm starting to get a little bit chilly here, and also put some more lights on so you can see behind me. It's getting a little bit dark. Good thing I put this one on. Then again, I can easily put that on. So anyway, I'm rambling. Anyway, yes, I will be back in about 10 minutes. Now, as per usual, there's all the links below. There's my YouTube playlists, Discord, and also my book for Amazon and Kindle, if you would like to have a look at those. But yes. Oh, I'm rambling. It's the end of the week. Yeah, I'm still going to be running through till towards 10 o'clock, and I might be seeing who I can raid this week as well. I've got a feeling there might be someone I can raid. I don't know if they're still on right now, but they might be, but they might not be later. Anyway, before I ramble on any further, I shall be back in about 10 minutes, so don't go away.